But what if she says no?
Father, you've thought this through so much that you are so close to overthinking it. She will not say no, that this is as much to her advantage as it is to yours.
But what if she does?
Then you'll find another way. You always do.
Her Majesty will see you now.
Heaven has been kind to you, Your Grace.
I know your meaning, sir. Do you know, there are 3 things that a queen in exile and alone dwells upon. Do you know what those are?
No, Your Grace.
Plotting, revenge, and feasting. Why are you here,
Your
Warwick?
Grace, I've come to beg your forgiveness.
What? What? Beg my forgiveness? You have slandered my name. You've condemned my poor son as a bastard. And my king, you call him a madman?
Edmund Beaufort to announce the birth? That privilege should have been mine. The Duke of Somerset. Did no one think of the rumours?
Perhaps the Queen is so wrapped up in her lust that she wasn't thinking.
Hush, my son, not so loud. They're just rumours or idle gossip.
Yes, Father, but the Queen has surrounded herself with bad advisers.
Yes, but it's a king I feel for.
My dear cousin, he's never been strong. He's never the king his father was. What this country needs is a decision maker, a warrior, a man with his own mind.
This is indeed what the country needs. A king with a mind.
The birth of this prince will make the queen even more powerful, and it will put a setback to your ambitions.
I have no ambitions for myself, Salisbury. Only for my country.
Somerset's getting too powerful. We need to do something about Somerset.
I hate you! I hate you! I will never forgive you! I will never forgive you! I can still see the blood of my friends on your hands. Buckingham, Percy, Clifford, and Tudor. You chopped off the head of the king's stepfather?
The House of Lancaster is not alone in its grief. Your noble knights removed the head of my father and my uncle.
They were traitors, as are you.
Has there been any message from the king? Has he received our plea?
The word is the messages are getting through only as far as Somerset's hand.
Damn him! Damn him! I did not wish for this to come to this. To raise our standard against our cousin the king.
We must strike now. Somerset would not believe us to be so bold. The king is a feeble but forgiving soul. Take the king and we take control of the realm.
Hold your tongue, Richard. That's treason you speak. And what of Somerset? He will never relinquish the king.
Have no fear, Father. I will settle with Somerset. And with Percy. And Clifford, for that matter.
Majesty.
Your Majesty, I'm so sorry for the intrusion. Speak your peace, man. What news of my husband?
My lady, the field is lost.
The field. Then there was a battle, I thought as much.
Your husband has been captured by the Duke of York, who then had the shamelessness to bend on his knees and beg for forgiveness for fighting against the king.
I see. So my husband is still the king, but Richard holds the power behind the throne. If I know my husband's cousin, he will soon do something to prove this to the whole country. My fears have been proved right. The Duke of York cannot be trusted. Is that all?
No, my lady. The Duke of Somerset has been slain.
Somerset? How?
Reports are confused. Some say he was killed outside the castle inn. Others that he was at the hand of the Earl of Warwick.
So the soothsayer was right. It was always foretold that Somerset would die outside a castle. He'd never go near them. You may leave. Somerset, oh Somerset, my poor Somerset. You were never anything but faithful to me and mine. You leave behind poor sons. What will become of them? what will become of me?
You murderous, treacherous dog! You set your hands upon my poor Somerset with no thought to catching him living. I know about your feud with the Northern Lords. I know how you coveted their lands and their titles. You will have no glory in this room. Not today, sir, of that I assure you.
Your Grace, he only wanted power for himself. He lost our possessions in France with his follies. It was his incompetence that drove the king mad.
Never! Never! He never wanted power for himself. He only wanted to help me. He wanted power for the king and our son. He would never have betrayed us, not as you have. You have no heart or love for the cause of Lancaster or my king.
Your Grace, the people of our realms grow tired of spilling their blood in this war of the roses. Edward of York has mismanaged my loyalty and persists in enriching the affection of his low-born queen to the detriment of my family. Forgive me, Your Grace, and I swear that my sword will be yours.
Cousin Richard, how be ye today?
I am well, Your Grace.
Come now, Richard. We're alone and there's no need for formality. I pray your family as well.
Yes, cousin. The Countess continues to enjoy the fruits of our unexpected good fortune, and Isabella Anne are thriving.
I envy you, Cousin Richard. A loving wife and 2 sweet daughters.
That's exactly why I came to see you, cousin. I wish to speak to you.
Have no fear, cousin. You'll find me generous in this matter.
But it's of your marriage I wish to speak. I wish to make a marriage with France. This would make us stronger and protect us from our enemies.
Cousin, I have no wish to rush to this matter, but do what you will, and I will consider it upon your return.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Well, cousin, I must bid you farewell, as I have an appointment with a young and handsome wench, and I do not intend to keep this one waiting. My love, I give you good day. I wish to discuss the matter of a marriage between...
You should be ashamed of yourself. You come in here talking politics as if you're not pleased to see me.
The sight of you gives me as much joy as it does during our first meeting at Grafton.
I pray God it all is well. Now, what's this about a betrothal?
My cousin Warwick has served me well since I was a boy, and I wish to reward him. I would do well to find good husbands for his daughters.
And who did you have in mind?
Well, I thought to marry Anne, the younger daughter, to Henry Stafford.
You would wed Warwick's daughter to the Duke of Buckingham. You would allow him to marry into one of the greatest families in the land.
He and his have been good and faithful friends.
And me and mine have not. I have spoken to you of my desire to marry Stafford to my sister Catherine.
I assure you, my love, that the Earl of Warwick is our loyal servant, and I will always bend his knee to the rightful king.
But not to the rightful queen.
My lady, he shows you every courtesy.
He would have shown a great deal more to the daughter of the Duke of Savoy.
Please, Elizabeth, not this, not again. He wanted an alliance between England and France. But he is my cousin and my good friend. Regardless of the fact that I chose you, he is like a father to me.
He is no father of yours. Your father wore a crown of paper. The Lancastrians put it on his severed head when they stuck it on a pike at Micklegate Bar. He died fighting for our cause. Whose cause will Warwick die for? And to what crown does he aspire?
You cannot doubt his loyalty.
My love, I don't in the least. I have no doubt that your cousin, Warwick, is the most loyal man alive, but only to his own interests.
Your Majesty, have your fun with me, if you will, but I beseech you to hear my counsel. The king has taxed the people too well, and his armour no longer shines as it once did in their eyes. There are many who still love your king, and yearn to return of the Lancastrian prince. The time to strike down Edward is now, your grace. Then I will give your son his throne.
And what ransom must I pay for your armies and sword?
My queen, I seek no more from you than your favour, and a position of your council worthy of my status, and the hand of the prince for my daughter.
What? A prince for a pauper? You have no lands or title to tempt my prince. Edward the Pretender has made sure of that. A priceless jewel for a worthless bauble? I don't think so. So where is this faded flower that you've been hiding?
My daughter waits in the outer chamber, Your Majesty.
I will see Mistress Anne. You will take me there in a moment.
Yes, Your Majesty. No, Your Majesty. 15 years, Your Majesty. Had you a match in mind for yourself before today? I'd hoped for a match with Richard of Gloucester, but King Edward would not permit it. No, not king. She would not appreciate me calling him king. He is nothing but a usurper in her eyes, and therefore must be in my eyes. Then Edward of March would not allow that. Maybe that's better. What makes you think that you are worthy of my beloved son, the jewel of my eyes, the son of... No, can't make fun, even out here. This is too important for my father to risk anything of the sort.
Your Majesty.
Mistress Anne, pray, stand. There's some questions I'd like to ask you. How many years have you, Mistress Anne?
15, Your Majesty.
And Mistress Anne, had you a match in mind for yourself before this day?
I'd wished to wed Richard of Gloucester, but his brother Edward of March would not allow it.
Mistress Anne, has the Countess spoken to you about the duties of a wife within the marital bed?
No, but my sister has a little.
Do not worry.
My daughter is a fair and blooming rose. I'd wager Prince Edward would not be disappointed.
That is for you to dwell on, Warwick, and for your queen to decide. I shall leave you now. I have some thinking to do. Edmund, Jasper, there's something I wish to discuss with you.